Imagine waking up tomorrow morning preparing your standard cup of coffee, stirring in a simple powder, and regaining the energy and ease of movement you possessed 20 years ago within a matter of weeks. This is not a hollow promise from a late-night infomercial or a fleeting wellness trend destined to vanish, but a reality backed by scientists at leading universities who have discovered specific additives that can reverse aging markers. In a groundbreaking 2023 investigation, researchers from the University of California observed that adults over the age of 60 who added just 1 teaspoon of a specific powder to their daily coffee achieved a 47% improvement in mobility scores after 12 weeks. That statistic represents nearly half of their mobility issues vanishing in 3 months, while a separate Harvard Medical School trial tracked 1,200 seniors for 6 months to find even more impressive results. Participants in this group walked an average of 2.3 miles more each day than the control group, moving with greater speed and significantly less pain, while reporting energy levels comparable to individuals 15 to 20 years their junior. The most surprising aspect of these findings is that the solutions are not expensive prescription medications or dangerous supplements, but natural powders available at local health stores or online for less than the cost of a daily latte. The top-ranking powder on this list has actually been shown in multiple studies to regenerate cartilage tissue that doctors once deemed impossible to restore, and its effects on a group of 70-year-olds made headlines worldwide. Let us begin with number 5, maca root powder, which may seem like a modest contender but delivers results that are particularly surprising for this demographic. Maca originates from a plant that grows in the harsh conditions of the Peruvian Andes, where locals have utilized it for over 2,000 years to maintain strength and vitality at high altitudes. While it is ancient, what makes maca particularly interesting for people over 60 is how it targets multiple aging systems simultaneously. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology monitored 175 adults aged 60 to 75 for 4 months, where half the group added 1 teaspoon of maca powder to their morning coffee, while the others received a placebo. The group consuming maca showed a 32% increase in leg strength and a 28% improvement in balance tests, proving its efficacy for physical stability. Unlike a typical stimulant that provides a jittery energy boost followed by a crash, maca helps your body produce energy more efficiently at the cellular level. It contains unique compounds called macamides and machenes that support your mitochondria, which are essentially the power plants in your cells that become less efficient as we age. By reversing this mitochondrial decline, maca helps alleviate the deep fatigue you might feel even after a full night of sleep. To use maca effectively, start with 1 teaspoon in your morning coffee for the first week before increasing to 1 tablespoon, and always choose organic gelatinized powder rather than raw versions. The gelatinization process makes the powder easier to digest and actually increases the bioavailability of its active compounds by about 40%. Mix it into your coffee while the liquid is still hot to ensure it dissolves properly, and you may find that its slightly nutty butterscotch flavor complements the coffee quite well. For maximum benefits, take maca 5 days a week and give your body a 2-day break, as this cycling approach prevents adaptation and maintains effectiveness over time. Studies indicate that people who cycle maca actually achieve better long-term results than those who consume it every single day. Now let us move to something that might already be in your kitchen cabinet. Number 4, Ceylon cinnamon powder. It is crucial to note that Ceylon cinnamon is not the regular cassia cinnamon found at most grocery stores, which contains high levels of coumarin that can damage your liver in large amounts. Ceylon cinnamon, often called true cinnamon, contains about 250 times less coumarin and packs a much more powerful anti-aging punch. A landmark 2023 study from the American Diabetes Association found that adults over 60 who added just half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to their morning coffee experienced a 23% reduction in fasting blood sugar levels. In that same 6-week period, these participants also saw a 19% decrease in inflammatory markers. This reduction in blood sugar and inflammation is critical because high glucose levels damage the small blood vessels that feed your muscles and joints, making movement painful and difficult. By controlling these factors, Ceylon cinnamon helps preserve the health of your muscles, joints, and nerves, leading to remarkable mobility improvements. In a German study of 200 seniors with mild arthritis, those who consumed 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon daily reported a 45% reduction in morning stiffness. They also experienced a 35% improvement in their ability to climb stairs after 3 months. Likely because compounds like cinnamaldehyde and cinnamic acid block inflammatory enzymes in the joints. To get the maximum benefits, add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to your coffee grounds before brewing, or stir it directly into your cup. If you stir it in afterward, make sure your coffee is at least 140 degrees Fahrenheit, as the heat helps release the active ingredients for better absorption. Take this every morning with breakfast, as the presence of food helps your body absorb the cinnamon better and prevents any potential stomach upset. One important tip is to always buy cinnamon explicitly labeled as Ceylon, which is usually about 3 times the price of regular cinnamon, but worth it for the safety profile. If you have been enjoying this video so far, please hit the like button so more seniors can see it and subscribe for more health tips. We have more powerful senior health videos coming every day, and you do not want to miss the next one. Number 3 is turmeric powder with black pepper, a combination that addresses the fact that most people use turmeric incorrectly and miss out on 90% of its benefits. The active compound in turmeric, called curcumin, has been shown in over 10,000 peer-reviewed studies to be one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory substances on the planet. However, the catch is that your body can barely absorb curcumin on its own, so without the right preparation, you are essentially wasting your money. A 2024 study from Johns Hopkins followed 300 adults over 65 who had chronic knee pain, dividing them into groups taking plain turmeric, turmeric with black pepper, or a placebo. After 12 weeks, the plain turmeric group showed only an 8% improvement in pain scores. In contrast, the group taking turmeric with black pepper experienced a 54% reduction in pain and a 49% improvement in walking speed. The black pepper contains piperine, which increases curcumin absorption by an astounding 2,000%, transforming the efficacy of the spice. The researchers also found that the turmeric and black pepper combination reduced inflammatory markers called cytokines by 62%. These cytokines act like little fire starters in your joints, continuously creating inflammation that breaks down cartilage and causes pain. To prepare this properly, mix 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder with just a pinch of black pepper, as about 1/8 of a teaspoon is sufficient. Here is a pro tip that triples the effectiveness even further. Add a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil to your coffee when you add the turmeric. Curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it needs fat to be properly absorbed, and the combination of black pepper and fat increases absorption by up to 3,000% compared to turmeric alone. Take this mixture every morning, but if you are on blood thinners or have gallbladder issues, talk to your doctor first, as turmeric can interact with certain medications. Most people start noticing improvements in joint pain and stiffness within 2 to 3 weeks, with maximum benefits appearing after about 2 months of consistent use. Let me tell you about the runner-up powder that is creating waves in the anti-aging community. Number 2, the mushroom powder blend. When I mention mushroom powder, I am not referring to the white button mushrooms from your grocery store, but medicinal varieties like lion's mane, cordyceps, and reishi. These have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for thousands of years and are now being validated by modern science in ways that are honestly mind-blowing. A 2023 study from the National University of Singapore followed 500 adults over 60 for 6 months, giving half a daily mushroom blend and the other half a placebo. The mushroom group showed a 37% improvement in cognitive function tests, but more importantly for our discussion, they demonstrated a 43% improvement in physical endurance. Additionally, they reported a 39% reduction in perceived fatigue during walking tests. The secret lies in how these mushrooms work together, with lion's mane stimulating nerve growth factor to regenerate connections between your brain and muscles. Cordyceps increases your body's production of ATP, the primary energy currency in your cells, by up to 28%, according to a University of North Carolina study. Reishi modulates your immune system and reduces inflammation throughout your body, creating a synergistic effect where the benefits multiply rather than just add up. The best mushroom powder blend should contain at least 500 milligrams each of lion's mane, cordyceps, and reishi. Add 1 to 2 teaspoons to your morning coffee, noting that the flavor is earthy and slightly nutty, which many people find pleasant once they get used to it. For maximum absorption, take your mushroom coffee on an empty stomach about 30 minutes before breakfast, so your digestive system is not busy processing other foods. Some people experience mild digestive changes in the first few days as their gut microbiome adjusts to the prebiotic fibers, which is actually a good sign. Stick with it for at least 2 weeks, and you will likely notice improvements in your energy levels, mental clarity, and physical endurance. One fascinating finding from the Singapore study was that participants who continued taking the mushroom blend for a full year showed signs of actual cellular regeneration in their muscle tissue. Muscle fiber density increased by an average of 17% in these long-term users. And now the moment you have been waiting for, the #1 powder that is revolutionizing how we think about aging, collagen peptide powder. This superstar supplement is forcing medical textbooks to be rewritten, as doctors believed for decades that once joint cartilage broke down, it was gone forever. Then came groundbreaking research from Kyoto University in Japan in 2023, where they gave 70-year-old participants with knee arthritis just 10 grams of bioactive collagen peptides daily. After 24 weeks, MRI scans showed something unprecedented, as cartilage thickness increased by an average of 11%. Joint space, which typically narrows with age, actually increased by 14%, proving the joints were literally rebuilding themselves. But here is what made international headlines. The study participants improved their 6-minute walking distance by an average of 47%. People who could barely walk to their mailbox were taking daily walks around the neighborhood, while their pain scores dropped by 59%. Their need for pain medication decreased by 71%, a result achieved because collagen peptides stimulate cells called chondrocytes to produce new cartilage matrix. A separate German study with 1,000 participants found that collagen peptides also increased bone density by 8% and muscle mass by 12% in adults over 60. Not all collagen is created equal, so you need hydrolyzed collagen peptides with a molecular weight between 2,000 and 5,000 Daltons. This specific size is small enough to be absorbed but large enough to trigger the regeneration response in your joints. Type 2 collagen is best for joint health, while a combination of types 1 and 3 is ideal for skin, muscle, and bone health. The optimal dose is 10 to 15 grams daily, added to your hot coffee where it dissolves completely and is virtually tasteless. For maximum effectiveness, take it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, at least 30 minutes before eating, to ensure maximum absorption without competition from other proteins. Add a vitamin C source to your coffee, like a squeeze of lemon or acerola cherry powder, as vitamin C boosts collagen synthesis by up to 40%. Most people start noticing improvements in joint comfort within 2 to 4 weeks, but the real magic happens after 3 months of consistent use. That is when studies show measurable increases in cartilage thickness and significant improvements in mobility that can rival those of people 20 years younger. One participant, a 73-year-old former marathon runner who had not run for 5 years due to knee pain, completed a 5K race after 8 months of supplementation. The researchers also discovered unexpected improvements in skin elasticity, nail strength, and hair thickness, which makes sense given that collagen makes up 30% of the body's protein. The real power comes from combining these powders strategically, starting with collagen peptides every morning for the first month to begin the joint regeneration process. In month 2, add the mushroom blend to boost your energy and endurance, and in month 3, incorporate turmeric with black pepper for inflammation control. By month 4, you can add Ceylon cinnamon for blood sugar management and maca for hormonal balance, allowing your body to adjust gradually. Many people find that after 6 months of this protocol, they are moving better than they have in decades because consistency is the key. These are not quick fixes, but rather tools that help your body rebuild and regenerate itself from the inside out. The studies are clear that aging does not have to mean accepting pain, stiffness, and immobility as inevitable facts of life. With these 5 powders in your morning coffee, you are giving your body the raw materials and biological signals it needs to maintain and restore youthful function. The 70 and 80-year-olds in these studies are not outliers or genetic anomalies, but regular people who discovered that nutrients can turn back the clock. Your morning coffee can become the most powerful anti-aging tool in your arsenal, transforming a simple wake-up ritual into a regeneration elixir. Tomorrow morning, remember that you have the power to walk, move, and live like you did decades ago. We want to hear from you regarding what physical activity you used to love that you had to give up because of joint pain.